Welcome back to my walkthrough for Final Fantasy IX, my friends. We are about to step inside Gaza and we're going to attempt to rescue Eiko, who was kidnapped by Kuja. In Gaza there's going to be a lot of new enemies that we're going to face, and Quina can learn a bunch of new blue magic skills. So it's a good opportunity for you to learn said blue magic skills, especially because there's one monster that will teach Quina the Twister blue magic, and you can only get this Twister blue magic skill under very specific circumstances, so it's better to do it now, but you only have 3 opportunities to do it. But first we need to actually get through Gaza so that we can step inside Mount Gulug. It hardly looks like there were hundreds of black mages, but maybe he's exaggerating a little bit. So Vivi will always join the party at this point, and I'll take Quina with me so that Quina can learn a few new blue magic skills, and we'll take Steiner as well because why not? Haven't used him in a while. But before we head towards Mount Gulug, we're going to buy a few items because we have the time to spare. Make sure you buy the flame saber for Steiner, the heavy lance, the scissor fangs, and also the octagon rod, which will teach Vivi Firaga, Tandaga and Blizzaga, and it will also absorb wind magic, so Vivi will be pretty much immune against the red dragons because they only use wind elemental attacks, so we'll be good. Going to do a few changes here. It's important for you to have the body temp ability equipped because there's monsters in Mount Gulug who like to freeze your party members, and they can also use mustard bomb, and also have the antibody ability equipped because the boss that we're going to battle in this area can poison your party members, plus there's a monster that can also poison your party members. Both of them use venom breath, so we need to be careful. But aside from that, we really have nothing to worry about. However, if you have armor that reduces at least the damage of wind magic and fire magic, then this entire area will be much easier for you. So that's why I'm changing my items here a little bit. Vivi will be our main attacker with Blizzaga and Flare. With Vivi in our party it shouldn't really be hard. So let's get going. I just need to equip said abilities. I think most of them already have antibody equipped. I know that Vivi and Steiner have it because in the Desert Palace there were so many monsters that could cause status ailments. So I had all my party members protected. But I believe, yeah, both Quina and Zidane need to have body temp equipped. Auto regen also comes in handy because it will allow them to restore their health during the fights, and we don't need the millionaire ability right now because we have plenty of build. So I'll sacrifice that. And since Steiner already has the alert ability, then there's no need for Zidane to have it as well. So we are finally good to go at this point. You can restore your health by talking to the bishop. I recommend that you do so. You shouldn't have too many problems, but nonetheless it's better to step inside every new area with full health. So now we can get going. Make sure you pick up a letter from this Mughal. And if you look here, you can see the Shimmering Isles. We'll be visiting that place later on in the game. But now we can finally step inside Mount Gulug. There's a lot of items for us to pick up here. So first head through the left path. And if you head down through here, you'll be able to pick up a red hat. That's not a good sign, but that was a red dragon flying by. You'll have to battle them in just a little bit. Before we do that, make sure you jump up through here. Give Zidane the golden hairpin because that will allow Zidane to learn auto regen. And I would equip auto regen at this point. It will just make your descent a little bit easier because you won't have to heal Zidane. And now let's get going. You can finally head down. First we're going to deliver a letter and pick up another letter. And now let's get going. We're going to pick up a Gaia gear. And once we come back through this area, we'll have our first battle against the red dragon. You can't avoid these battles. So you'll just have to fight. So for these red dragons, like I said, they use wind attacks, but aside from Steiner, everyone's protected. And you want Quina to hit one of them, so that Quina can learn the Twister Blue Magic. And you only have 3 opportunities to do this. Otherwise you'll only be able to get this blue magic much later on in the game. So you're better off doing it now. Have Vivi cast Lizaga on one of them, then have Steiner strike them, and that should deliver enough damage to allow Quina to hit one of them. Each red dragon has 8,000 health points, and in order for Quina to hit one of them, their health needs to be below 25%. With Zidane just going to keep stealing, so that Zidane's Stiflery power will increase. Even though at this point, even if Quina hits another one, Quina won't learn anything, it's still an easy method to get rid of them a little bit more quickly, so I would have Quina hit them, just to speed up the battle a little bit. I'm actually going to give Steiner the restore HP ability, because he is kind of vulnerable. I suppose that I could have brought either Freya or Amaranth instead of Steiner, but like I said, it had been a while since I used Steiner, and he was out of commission for a while during a big section of the game, so why not? And now we're going to inspect the other side and deliver yet another letter. Because on top of saving the world, we also have to serve as mailmen, why not? I was going to give Steiner that demon's mail, but he's good for now. And now we're going to have our second encounter against the red dragon. So this is your second chance to learn Twister. This time we only have to battle one, so we'll use the same strategy here. Have Vivi cast Blizzaga, have Steiner strike the Blue Dragon, and then have Quina hit the Red Dragon. I call him Blue Dragon, but I meant Red. I know I call him Blue Dragon. And to be honest, the second Blizzaga will finish off this Red Dragon, so it will be good. You can steal elixirs from the Red Dragons, which is a very nice reward, even though the drop rate isn't that great, but with Master Thief equipped and Bandit, you shouldn't have too many problems. And now we can head back down. And unfortunately I haven't entered the random battle yet, guys, so I'm going to be running around here for a little while so that I encounter all the monsters that I want to face, so that Quina can learn 3 new blue magic skills. So just keep running around here and they will appear eventually, because Quina can learn Frost, Mustard Bomb and Bad Breath in this area, aside from Twister, so it's important to do this. Here's the first one. We can learn Frost from these two guys. So we're going to have Steiner use Pyraga Sword, that will deliver heavy damage. I'll just have Vivi cast Flare on the other one to get rid of the other one. But after Steiner uses Pyraga Sword, Quina should be able to hit one of them. I'm going to skip all the battles where I battle the same monsters here, because my goal is to show you the monsters that you actually want to face. That will be enough damage. Quina will be able to hit one of those. There we go. So Quina learned Frost. So now we can finish this fight. Flare from Vivi will absolutely destroy these monsters. It's a rather overpowered spell for this point of the game, but that's the benefits of playing Chocobo Hot and Cold, because you get very nice rewards. Okay guys, I cut out a few random battles. It took a while for these two guys to appear, but this enemy is called Bomb, or actually Grenade, sorry. There's the bombs and then there's the grenades. This enemy is called Grenade, and Quina can learn Master Bomb from these two enemies by hitting one of them. So let's have Vivi cast Blizzaga. That might kill it. Oh, it's still alive, so now Quina will be able to hit it. I was actually going for Blizzaga Sword, but the Blizzaga Sword would have finished off one of the grenades. To be fair, the only difference between this grenade monster and the bomb monster is the fact that the grenades have armor, so they're bombs wearing armor. Not the weirdest thing that we've seen in this game, but oh well. So there we go, Quina learned Mustard Bomb, and now we can finish off the other one. And After this fight, we're actually going to leave this area and we're going to step inside one of the houses, because I don't believe that the next monster that we want to face can appear here, but it can appear inside the houses, so move inside one of the houses and you should be good. So leave here and step through here and just run around here. I accidentally killed one of said monsters that I wanted to face, that's why I cut out that battle. But here's another one, and all that we're going to do is have Vivi cast Blizaga or Tandaga also works, but let's have Flare will probably kill it. Water also works, so let's go with water. To be honest, I do think it has a fairly high resistance against the standard elemental attacks, so water works better than Firaga or Blizaga or Tandaga, but one will be enough, and then have Quina eat it, and Quina will learn Bad Breath, which inflicts a bunch of status ailments on your enemies. But if you've played Final Fantasy, then you know this, because Bad Breath is present in pretty much every single Final Fantasy game. And we need to pull this lever down 3 times, and now we can descend, and we're going to have one more battle against a couple of red dragons. So this will be your last chance to learn Twister in a while, so make sure you have Quina eat one of those, otherwise you'll have to wait until pretty much the end of the game to learn Twister, and at that point it might not even be worth it. But we'll just use the same strategy. Have Vivi cast Blizaga on one of the red dragons, then have Steiner strike it, then have Quina use the hit command, and that will get rid of one of them. That way we will only have to deal with one of them attacking, and Steiner's health is a little bit low, so hopefully he survives this. Steiner barely managed to survive that attack. Good for him though, because now I can have Quina kill him. And wipe him. It's a shame that we can't use White Queen outside of battles. Zidane doesn't even care at all, he's just going to keep stealing no matter what. Don't ask me how he managed to pull out an ether from inside that red dragon like that, but I guess monsters just carry very valuable items for some reason. They also carry money, so I'm assuming that every time we kill a monster we also steal their wallet, because we always get money. But that's again an element that's present in most Final Fantasy games. And now we can finally rescue Eiko, even though she's going to rescue herself. Or Mog is going to rescue her. I never quite understood if Zorn and Thorn were also created by Kuja and they worked for the Queen for a while because Quina essentially gave them to the Queen, or exactly what are they? Because it's never quite explained how they can extract Eidolons from inside both Dagger and Eiko. And now Mog is about to reveal her true nature. Now it's time for another boss battle. Eiko has just won a new summon. And this battle plays out automatically. Eiko will always use Terra Homing, which is Mog's special attack. And it delivers a lot of damage. Like you can easily deal 9,999 damage. It's Eiko's most powerful summon. And aside from Art, it's the most powerful summon in the game. We're down. That fight didn't last long. We won't be seeing Mog again unless we summon Mog. In my opinion, Mog wasn't weak at all. Mog was never weak. He just hid her true nature to protect Eiko, but like I said, it's a very powerful summon and I really like using it. Okay guys, get ready for another boss battle, and this one will be a little bit harder. We're going to battle Zorn and Thorn yet again, but they're fused together this time. Never quite understood if they were monsters in disguise from the start, or if it was Kujo who converted them into monsters. They are rather mysterious, but they will always open the fight with this attack, which will inflict the virus status on all your party members, and that will prevent your party members from gaining any experience points. So you need to use vaccines to heal this status ailment. So have every party member throw a vaccine and they'll be good to go. As far as I know, they only use this attack once. You can steal a golden hairpin from them, as well as Demon's Mail and the vaccine. It might take a while to steal all of these things, but with Master Thief it shouldn't be too bad. And you should use Quina's bad breath to blind them and inflict the mini status on them as well. You can also slow them down. I get the Gemini reference, but the Meltigemini, I don't know. It's quite the name. Of course, since at this point Eiko has learned Oli, it only takes like 3 Oli attacks to finish this fight, because each Oli will deal at least 9,000 damage, so they won't last long, but we want to steal from them, so we have to just keep trying. So it might take a while to steal, but we'll get it eventually. Venom Powder won't do anything because all of our characters are protected, because they have the antibody ability equipped. I think it's fitting if Eiko is the one to finish this fight, so I'll try to have her finish them all. But I can't deliver much more damage. As you can see, a single Holy dealt the maximum amount of damage. Okay guys, I cut out a small segment of the fight because still haven't managed to steal, but we'll see. I'm lucky here, there we go, got the golden hairpin. It's actually golden hairpin, not gold hairpin. And now we can finally finish off this fight. Steiner is in trance mode, so he'll deal heavy damage as well. Plus, since they have the mini status still, a single strike from Steiner will deliver heavy damage, but we'll have Eiko cast Oli, and that should finish off the Meltigemini. So that's the end of Zorn and Thorn. Good riddance, I said. That's what you get for attacking Mog and doing all the evil deeds that you guys did. Revenge has been served. Yeah, it was to be expected that the Black Mages knew that Kujo was lying, but I guess they were so desperate that they just followed him anyway. It's really tragic. I feel really bad for them. Oh man, I feel terrible for the Black Mages and Vivi. Such tragic characters, I swear. And sorry, I accidentally skipped that little line from Zidane very quickly, but all he said is that he's going to get his hands on Kuja and make him pay, something along those lines. That's Hilda, the woman responsible for converting Sid into a noob, and well, it's justified because he cheated on her. Doesn't seem like she's that mad at this point. I mean, she's calling him Sugar Cup and Froggy Woggy. I guess she forgave him rather quickly, didn't she? But yeah, she's going to forgive Sid and turn him back into a man. I guess she's going to give him another chance, but like I said, I think she's too forgiving. And it seems that Kuja was more than happy to share his plans with Hilda. He does like to talk about himself quite a lot. He's very arrogant that way. But then again, what can you expect from a man wearing the type of attire that he's wearing? I'm glad she said something at least. I mean, it did seem like she was going to forgive him rather easily. So there we go, Sid is turned once again into a man, even gets to keep his clothes. I guess they grew with him as well. But that's going to be it for this segment, my friends. In the next segment we're going to go look for Dagger and advance in the story a little bit. We'll also find out our next destination. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all later for the next part. Take care.